Hands up!
Our water!
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 Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Welcome back to the Convo Couch, everyone. Pastor Jardula here at the, what are we here for? Let me explain everything. You got a sign. We're on site. Tell us who you are and what you're all about, what we're doing here.
Okay, this is Martha Camacho Rodriguez coming to you live from Downey, California. So we are one of the 24 cities that are represented by the Central Basin, and we are here as a community in opposition of SB 625, and we want all of Los Angeles, all of California, all of the nation to really tune in. This bill does not have wording that states it's going to privatize water, but if you saw what happened to Sativa and Compton, that was a public water agency that was cleaned up with public dollars, and then it was handed over to Suburban Water, which is a private water company.
The reason why we're out here is because recently, over the past 3 weeks, Christina wrote the law, SB 625, along with other people in the Assembly, to dismantle the Central Basin Water Board. Why is she doing that? She's doing that because we brought it up to the attention of the community, because there was a previous bill that she wrote, I don't recall it, but it's SB something or AB something, that it gives her the power to appoint 3 people to the Central Water Basin Municipal Water Oversight Board in a body that's usually elected by 5 people every so often. So now Christina wants to appoint people. She wants to handpick people from the private sector so that they can vote in favor of privatizing the water. Because we brought the issue to light, Christina Garcia wrote another bill to dismantle the Central Water Basin, so to cover it up. So now it's dismantling. People don't know that SB 625 was written by Christina Garcia. It was a previous bill on marijuana, and it was gutted and amended, and they deleted the bill, and then they wrote a new bill.
Wrote the bill. And let me just mention a little bit about Christina Garcia. We know that when she started her career as a politician, she owned 1 property. She now owns 8 properties, and we want to know where all the money came from, aside from the fact that she's going to be going to court for sexual harassment, criminal charges against her, and she'll be going to a hearing. I'm not sure if it's a preliminary hearing, but that's going to be next month. And so that's another reason why we're telling people not to support Christina Garcia's bill.
This bill.
Christina Garcia's office is right there on the 2nd floor. She's conspiring to steal an election and steal our water. Thank you, neighbors. Thank you.
Christina Garcia, under the protection of the COVID crisis, is trying to take a bill that she wrote, gutted it, reintroduced it, put more people on the Water Municipal Board, have them in the pockets of the donors, steal our water, and privatize it. Is that correct?
That's correct. I'm not sure about the COVID situation that you just mentioned.
Nobody's paying attention to anything with COVID. So I'm saying the cover of the COVID crisis. Everybody's wondering, how am I going to pay rent? What's going to happen after? It seems like they're snoozing on this water, but you guys, you activists, caught it.
Yeah, we did catch it. And she's lately, because it's re-election year, she's been doing a lot of public events. She's giving food to the people. But why give them food? Why give 2,000 boxes of food when later she's going to get their votes? She's going to use it against them to privatize the water, and she's still elected. Their people are going to be happy for her that, oh, she's giving us food in this crisis. She's a hero. Yeah. She calls herself Captain Marvel, but she marvels the corporations. She calls herself Wonder Woman, but we wonder what she's really about. That's Christina Garcia.
Why do you think so little people know about it or hear about it or are concerned about this?
Well, they're doing it behind closed doors. We actually went to Sacramento to try to speak and provide our public comment regarding SB 625. We were denied entrance to Sacramento, and so we saw some of the politicians there, and we were told that we were not allowed inside the, the Sacramento where...
you were told you're not allowed. Wait, you were told...
Right, they did not allow us to go inside the building because of COVID-19, but yet they were allowed to go inside the building.
And they were doing their little sneak...
Under the water, right? They're doing it a sneaky way, so that's why we're telling people to vote no on SB 625.
Let's see. We've been talking about this. City councils, Downey, we're going to Whittier next, Commerce, Southgate. We're going to get the message out there.
What about the critics who say we need to privatize this water because they can't handle it? The municipal can't handle it. They're just doing it. They're not being responsible. It's not good governing of our water. They're not capable of managing the system and keeping us clean water. So we have to sell it off to put it in people's hands who know what they're doing when it comes to water.
Well, you know, it's funny that you should mention that because, like, they is some inanimate object. You know, who is they? We are they. That's our money. Our money's handling this cleanup or therefore lack of. So keep in mind right now, I'm glad you brought up Flint, Michigan. We have 300 wells in California that are worse than Flint, Michigan. Of those 360 exists in Los Angeles. Of those 60, 30 are in our backyard. That means within these 24 cities of Central Basin. So keep this in mind. While you allow politicians to hem and haw on what's going to happen with our water, nothing. They're going to decide nothing for us. And you know what? Let me see how I can help corporate America, who's funneling my coffers, who's putting money into my, you know, my vote. Because what happens is they become bought politicians.
The Democratic establishment is so corrupt, they will move forward with an election knowing that their candidate is wrong, just like Creepy Joe. They know, and they will push that candidate through until they need him. And once it's out, she's out, and, you know, people voted for her. Then there's going to be a special election causing taxpayers more money for the fucking special election. Yes. That's the Democratic Party in California. It's no longer the two-party system. It's the one-party system because Democrats and Republicans are one and the same.
Oh, my Lord. What's your name? What do you do? I mean, I think you hit everything on the nose. Just let me summarize real quick, and then you give us your name and your information. But what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing from you is that Christina Garcia is going to go through the election instead of forfeiting it when she has a sexual harassment charge and they're going to have to do it again, cause an enormous amount of money to the taxpayer. These people right here, we're already low on resource as is. But as a favor to the water company, slide a little bit in, give them a little favor so when she gets out, hey, guess who has a job waiting as a lobbyist, right?
Exactly. That's what happened with Henry Waxman, and look what happened. He was a lobbyist for T-Mobile, and now T-Mobile and Sprint are merging. Henry Waxman.
We know. Well, hey, tell us who you are, what you do, and where we can find you. Thank you for this great information.
Okay. My name is Caesar. My Twitter account is Current Caesar. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm an activist. I'm also an education administrator. So yeah, I'm a grassroots activist. I support the activists here running because it's the right thing to do. And we're tired of it. We're tired of it. And they're privatizing the water. Yeah. You have to use a sociological imagination. They're privatizing the water because water is going to become a scarce resource in the next 5 to 10 years because of climate change. Yeah. The Democratic Party refused to go back. The Democratic Party actually went back on their pledge. They retracted their pledge, stating that they were no longer going to take money from the fossil fuel industry. They retracted that pledge because they want money from the fossil fuel industry. The military-industrial complex is fucking us over. You know, the water, the heat. The Democrats don't do shit. This is the perfect time to install a Green New Deal to give people jobs. So so people are not saying, oh, they're flooding the unemployment. There's going to be cuts. This is time for a Green New Deal. The government needs to print money. The federal government, just like they print money for war, they need to print money to fund the communities that have been oppressed for so many damn years. Here we have pollution in Paramount, chromium-6. People are dying in the city of Paramount. They're catching cancer. They have breathing problems because the industrial plants, one of them is owned by Warren Buffett. Yeah. They produce parts for the fighter jets and the war.
Caesar, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I think I love you. Everything you said was so on point. You're the best. I'm going to follow you on Twitter. Everything you said, the military-industrial complex, it's one party now, my man. This is Caesar, activist, sticking up for the privatization of our water. We'll see you soon. Convo out.